We all know that successful person, the resilient individual who never gives up on anything and isn't stopped by any problem. The one with an incredible amount of discipline and consistency that they harness every single day. Let me tell you that I will make you that person today. The one who goes to the gym every day, invests most of their time in work, learning, and building solid relationships. And the best part, you'll achieve all this without struggle, simply by being your authentic self. The solution lies in 6 bad habits you practice every day. You can literally start avoiding them right now and make 2025 your year. I'll break down each habit, explain how it negatively impacts your life, and of course, show you how to avoid it along with the alternative that will help you become the unstoppable person who thrives no matter the circumstances. The first habit you need to delete from your brain. You use your phone in the morning. I know you've heard this a lot, but haven't you asked yourself why this habit is bad? Don't worry, I'll explain. Let's take an example. You woke up in the morning and the first thing you did was grab your phone and go on a tour across all social media platforms. Then you finally got out of bed. Do you think your day will be full of productivity? In your dreams. The reason for this is dopamine. Let me explain it simply. In the morning, your brain expects a certain amount of dopamine, its natural level. Using your phone in the morning causes your body to release a huge amount of dopamine, much higher than the natural level. As a result, when you stop this high source of dopamine, the hormone returns to its normal level, and you begin to feel a large amount of disgust, boredom, and a lack of desire to do anything. I know you've felt this feeling many times before. And guess what? If you go back to work or do something beneficial, the amount of dopamine from it will seem insignificant compared to what you felt while using your phone. So you'll leave the work without focus and quickly return to the state of enjoyment and comfort you had before. And this is addiction itself. The only thing capable of making you happy is returning to the phone. This doesn't only apply to using your phone, but to all types of consumer dopamine, such as video games or watching movies and series. Do you now realize how dangerous and negatively impactful this issue is on your life? So how can you delete this habit from your memory? Here's what you need to do. 1. Wake up and get moving immediately. When you wake up, get out of bed immediately, go to the bathroom, and wash your face and brush your teeth to start your day. Opening your phone first thing in the morning is the beginning of the problem. 2. Use your phone only after finishing your tasks. Avoid using your phone until you've completed all your tasks. As soon as you wake up, start with very simple tasks like making your bed, tidying up your room, or organizing your desk for work or study. When you do this, you'll be starting your day in the best way possible because you've exposed your brain to healthy dopamine. Then, during your coffee break, instead of consuming bad dopamine, such as watching a series or using your phone, you can read a book or watch a podcast. At this point, you're still on the right path. 3. Start your day with the hardest task. If you master this step and get used to it, everything else will become easier for you. For example, I go to the gym in the morning and work out for an hour or 2. Then I return home and shower. Now, all the tasks I have afterwards seem very easy because I've already done the hardest thing. Additionally, exercising in the morning gives you a greater feeling of healthy dopamine, which makes you want to accomplish more. And when I finish all my tasks, my feeling of happiness is much greater than the feeling I'd get from sitting on my phone. It's simple. I've completed all my tasks for the day and am moving closer to my goal every single day. 4. Reward yourself with consumer dopamine after a busy day. Trust me, the amount of enjoyment you'll get from using your phone after finishing your tasks is much greater. This is why you see most successful people use this type of dopamine sparingly because they've discovered a better source of happiness, productivity. They've become addicted to producing every day, always striving for better results, a better body, more books to read, more money to earn, and bigger relationships to build. In conclusion, using your phone or any type of consumer dopamine in the morning makes you addicted to it and unable to accomplish anything. The solution is to use productive dopamine in the morning, which will make you addicted to productivity throughout the day and eventually every day. Please, if you don't believe me, cut off all sources of pleasure around you, and you'll see how much you can accomplish in a single day. Now you've realized the dangerous truth about dopamine and have already started trying to adapt to being productive. But will you do this every day? This question leads us to the next bad habit, which is you rely on motivation. Motivation is undoubtedly one of the worst sources of productivity. What makes it ineffective is its short-lived duration. Let me share something important with you. Perhaps the most significant thing you'll hear, and it's simply this painful truth. Don't expect that the big dreams and ambitions you're striving to achieve in your life will come easily. Don't assume the path to achieving them will be smooth and enjoyable, like what you see in Disney movies. On the contrary, this journey will likely be one of the hardest periods of your life. You'll have to tackle exhausting tasks, fail at them, try again, and fail even more. You'll go through days filled with intense sadness and frustration. My intention here isn't to discourage you, but to make you aware of what your path truly entails, because once you know what your journey looks like, you'll understand the best way to conquer its challenges. Motivation is the worst option for this journey because you won't feel motivated every day to repeat the same tough workout at the gym or to tackle the same problems you face daily, whether in your studies or career. So what will you do when motivation fades? You'll stop. That's the reality. The bottom line, reflect honestly on how you approach your days. Are you relying solely on motivation? I guarantee you'll find at least one aspect of your life where you depend entirely on it. Now we understand that motivation isn't suitable for long-term productivity because it's short-term, while most of our goals extend beyond this duration. So what's the better alternative? The answer is something you've likely heard before: discipline. But let me simplify discipline as much as possible. Discipline in its essence is doing what you need to do and avoiding what you want to do, regardless of your emotional state. The key part of this definition is your emotional state. As I mentioned, there will be days when you feel tired, incapable of waking up early, or unable to complete your usual tasks. Discipline, however, doesn't care about your feelings. When it comes to your significant goals and dreams, achieving them requires sacrifice. So start building a new mental framework that revolves around discipline, then nourish it consistently until it overpowers the old model of motivation. How do you strengthen discipline? It depends on two main factors. 1. Keep your purpose in mind. To establish the habit of discipline in your mind, you must always keep your purpose at the forefront. What is your purpose behind all these plans, struggles, and sacrifices? Your answer might be to achieve your goals. Now dig deeper. What are your goals? Do you want to become wealthy? Why? Perhaps you want to help the people who supported you in your darkest times, your family, friends, or others. Or maybe you want to escape your job and live life on your own terms. Find a noble, specific purpose that truly matters to you. For instance, don't say, "I want to be rich to buy whatever I want." That mindset will lead you back to relying on motivation. Instead, make it more meaningful and profound. 2. Surround yourself with discipline. Surround yourself with reminders of discipline. Read, hear, and watch people who talk about discipline, how it shaped them into stronger, better individuals, and why motivation is useless. These 2 steps, if applied correctly, are enough to transform you into a disciplined person, walking the ideal path toward achieving remarkable results. Now that you've understood and implemented the first 2 habits, let's move to the next challenge you will face. The third habit: you rely on results. Even if you are disciplined as I've guided you, relying solely on results can lead to frustration. Imagine you're working hard on a goal and not seeing the desired outcomes. This scenario can leave you demotivated, questioning all your efforts, and even tempted to give up entirely. For example, let's say you've started going to the gym to build a great physique. You've committed to your workouts, take cold showers daily, follow a balanced diet, count your daily calories, and monitor your intake of protein, carbs, and healthy fats. You've cut out sugar and unhealthy oils, adjusted your sleep schedule, and endured all this for a long time. Yet you're not seeing the results you expected. This leads to disappointment because your thinking is flawed. You're basing your happiness and dopamine entirely on results. A poor choice because significant results take time. When the results don't come as expected, you feel demotivated, potentially abandoning your efforts and returning to cheap dopamine sources. So, what's the solution? The solution lies in changing how you think about effort and progress. Instead of waiting for results to give you a dopamine boost, start deriving joy from the process itself. Shift your mindset. Celebrate the effort, not just the outcome. If you've spent the day working out and pushing yourself, that alone is an achievement to be proud of. It means you're on the right path. Focus on what you can control. In the gym example, you can't directly control how quickly your body transforms, but you can control your daily actions, training consistently, and eating right. Draw happiness and pride from doing those things, regardless of when the results show up. Similarly, if you're studying hard for an exam but don't pass, the outcome is out of your hands. What matters is that you tried your best and put in the effort. Measure your success and happiness based on your effort, persistence, and discipline, things you can control. Don't tie your satisfaction solely to results because they're unpredictable and often delayed. This mindset shift is one of the most impactful realizations of my life. It transformed me from someone who got excited only about results into someone who finds excitement in the process of working and creating. But does this mean we should ignore results entirely and not aim to achieve them? That question brings us to the next bad habit. You don't analyze. This habit is what separates you from real, meaningful change. Let's revisit the earlier example. Imagine you've embraced the idea of valuing effort over results and consistently worked hard without letting the lack of immediate outcomes discourage you. However, there comes a time when results should start appearing. If they don't, it's your responsibility to make adjustments. Ask yourself, why haven't I achieved the desired level for my body? This question is the starting point for solving the problem. As you dig deeper, several hypotheses might emerge. Maybe I'm not training the right way. Perhaps I need to add specific exercises to my routine. Maybe my diet isn't as balanced as I thought. Or perhaps I'm not getting enough quality sleep. Now, analyze these hypotheses and search for solutions. Social media and online platforms are brimming with answers to almost every issue. Research your problem. You can also ask experienced athletes or trainers at your gym for advice. Once you've identified potential solutions, adjust your plan, make changes to your workout schedule or diet, for example. After implementing these changes, return to your initial disciplined habits and try again. This process is what we call continuity. Most people think continuity simply means not giving up and pushing forward no matter what. That's not enough. True continuity involves identifying problems, analyzing them, seeking solutions, making adjustments, and trying again. This principle applies to all areas of life. Whether you're striving to become wealthy or build a successful business, it demands persistence, analysis, adjustments, and retrees. So, if you've been diligently following the first habits and still don't see results, the solution isn't to give up or blindly stick to a failing plan. Instead, evaluate your approach, identify the obstacles, and address them by revising parts of your strategy. However, there's a significant challenge that often prevents us from analyzing effectively and sustaining this cycle: the fifth bad habit. You give too much value to others. This bad habit stems from how much weight you place on others' opinions and actions toward you. In today's world, this issue is magnified by social media, where we constantly see people who appear to be highly successful, wealthy, or well-connected. Without understanding the backstory behind their achievements, we compare ourselves and feel disheartened. Moreover, you might take people's words about you too seriously. The truth is, no one is immune to criticism. For example, if you work out at the gym, people might say you're showing off or being arrogant. If you don't, they'll call you weak. The solution to this problem is very simple. Prioritize your own value. To overcome this, you must start placing high value on yourself instead of others' opinions. Here's how. 1. Detach from negative comments. Don't give weight to hurtful remarks. When I started working out at 16, my entire family opposed it, believing bodybuilding stunts growth. Others criticized me, saying my efforts weren't yielding results. Instead of being discouraged, I used their negativity as motivation. I visualized the day I'd achieve my goals and prove them wrong, and eventually, I did. Think of their comments as fuel. Use them to drive you forward, to work harder, and to silence the doubters. 2. Reframe social media comparisons. When you see someone living the life you aspire to, let it inspire you rather than discourage you. Shift your mindset to see their success as proof that your dreams are achievable. After adopting this mentality, I started feeling happier whenever I saw someone achieve their goals on social media. It gave me a renewed energy to chase my own dreams. 3. Distinguish constructive criticism from negativity. This doesn't mean you shouldn't trust anyone's advice. If someone tells you you're doing something wrong, take a moment to consider their perspective. If they genuinely have helpful knowledge, learn from it. But if they're only trying to discourage you, simply ignore them. By adopting this mindset, you can transform negativity into fuel and inspiration, keeping you focused on your goals and confident in your ability to achieve them. Remember, your value comes from within, not from others' opinions. Now, the sixth and final habit is the one that will take you back to square one. You have a bad environment. This is your worst habit, and if you don't pay attention to it, you will be someone striving for success in a failed environment, which is a battle you're guaranteed to lose. So what do I mean by a failed environment? I mean that you are in a place that contradicts your actions. For example, you are following a diet, but your fridge is full of sugary foods and fast food. In this case, don't try to imagine yourself as a superhuman who achieves what he wants in the middle of all these bad circumstances. Simply create an environment that suits your needs, remove all unhealthy foods from the fridge, and fill it with healthy foods. The benefit of setting up a better environment is not just that it makes it easier for you to achieve the desired results, but it also gives you a much higher chance of reaching your goals in the shortest possible time. Imagine living in a neighborhood where everyone around you is wealthy. Your neighbors, friends, and colleagues at work are all rich. The result will be that you will also become wealthy like them, so surround yourself with a suitable environment for the future you hope for. This means follow people on social media who align with your aspirations. Read books that match your goals and aspirations. Build friendships and relationships with people who share similar interests. Act in ways that suit your objectives. For example, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, read books about business and marketing, associate with people who want that too or have experience in the field, follow those who teach and talk about how to become a businessman, and behave as they do. All of these things work in your favor to become the person you want. Without a good environment, you will not be a good person, and all the previous habits won't help you if you don't create an environment that suits you. All these habits are interconnected, so try to get rid of each bad habit and create the counter habit for it. But the next problem is procrastination, which is the habit that, if you get rid of it, will make you unstoppable. I've talked about it in detail in this video and provided the best plan to get rid of it. The video will benefit you, so watch it now.